Junkyard Junkie, back here with another video. And in today's video, I'll be showing you how to replace your emergency brake in a 2005 to 2009 Ford Mustang. So let me go ahead and show you what's going on with it. Okay, so we're in the car now. If we go down here, this is broke, but that's not a big deal if it still worked. But as you can see, there's no tension here at all. So something has went wrong here. Now let's go under the car and look and see what went wrong. So I'm gonna go ahead and back it up on ramps. If you do decide to jack it up, make sure you scotch the front wheels, that way it won't roll. So we'll just slide that under. Now we'll just drive it up onto the ramps. Okay, once you got it safely jacked up, we're just gonna go underneath. Okay, so looking at the tire, it'll come up through this rail. And all you wanna do is just follow it all the way up. It'll go up around this. Okay. So if we keep coming up, now we can see where it actually connects at. Now, if you look here, these two go to each of your brake calipers. So when it's pulled, it'll tighten and make them close. And that wire right there is going straight to your emergency brake. If we look here, it has come apart. So this is our problem. Now, if we look a little bit further, we can see that all three of these clip in the same way right here. You see those little fins on that? You have to probably break them off to get it out, push them in, and you can pull it out. And the emergency brake goes up there, up to the floorboard. And then if you wanted to, if something was wrong with these back two, maybe they were seized, or if they are broke, you just take them off right here. But since our problem is right there, we do not have to do that. Okay, so to get this out, we're actually going to have to remove this whole center console. So what we're going to do is we're going to start right here. Take a little pry tool, and pry it out. You can also just use your hand, really. This comes out pretty easy. Okay, so I'm happy where my shift knob is right now, so I'm just going to take it off. I'm going to count the revolutions. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now as you can see, I bought this little adapter here because whenever it's pulled up onto my regular shift knob, which I also cut that off to make it sit flush, but normally it comes with this piece essentially. And this boot would come off when going into first gear because they made it too short. So I just bought this. Okay, so then we just take this boot off right here. And like I said, yours would just twist off and you'd be done. But since I put this on here, I have to take a small little hex key or Allen wrench. So we'll just go in here. You always want to use short end first. There we go. So now this can come out. Okay, so once you open up your glove box, we'll just take out these two Phillips head screws right here. Got one, we're going to put in a magnetic tray, and then you got one more over here. Okay. Okay, and that's two. Okay, so now you'll just grab here and here, just pull up. Just like that. You may have to move this around. This whole piece right here will come on out. There we go. Okay, so now you want to come in here and disconnect this right here. Okay, what you want to do next is remove all your stuff, and this little felt cloth will come up. Okay, once you got that felt out, all you're going to do is take a 10mm and take these two out right here. You're going to need a deep well socket, and definitely recommend some extensions. And then they come right out. They have built-in washers. Go ahead and put these in our magnetic tray. Also, when you're looking in here, you see this little door right here. This is an adjustment for your emergency brake. This may be all you need to do. You just pop it right off. You can take your hand and just pop it right off. And then inside there, if you pull it back a couple clicks, you can see that rod right there. There's a nut. You can just see it right there. It's 10mm. You need a deep well socket, and then you can adjust it. Okay, so all we need now is to take these two out. They're 7mm. Now we gotta pop these off. Just reach back here and pull. Now it'll come out. Do the same thing on this side. Pop it out. Set it to the side. Okay, so you may want to adjust this up just a little bit to give it clearance. Then you're going to grab from the back and pull up and then out. Just like that. Okay, so now we have to take these two out. We're almost there with taking the e-brake out. These are 13mm. Now we also have to take out this right here. This is your switch to let you know when it's engaged and not engaged. Okay, so up underneath this is where you're going to have to push and pull out. It's going to be easier once we start to pull this out. So first we got to take out two 10mm bolts. Okay, so if we look in here at the back of the e-brake, there's one, and there's one right there. You're going to have to move your seat back and forth to get to these. They're 10mm. Okay, so we'll just lift this up and out. Okay, so now we just pull it out. And what was holding us up was this piece right here. You have to pretty much break these, pull them off. It can be a real burr. I'll show you the new one now. Also, don't forget to undo this from down below. Okay, so the tab isn't working right here. It looks like it's gone. But as you can see, there's a piece right here. So push that in. Pull that out. Okay, so if you look right here, once we get down below, these will go in and then they will retain it inside. That's what we had to take apart. But all we do now is we just feed it right through. There we go. Go ahead and plug this back up. Just like that. Now we're going to go ahead and get those 10mm down there. Go ahead and get them in. I'm not going to record that, it's too hard to see. Alright, we're going to stick these right back in there. Zip them down. Make sure they're good and tight. Okay, so if you look up here, that's where it came down through at. So first we got to take out these right here. So to do that, if you look back there, they can slide out, so you just turn it to one side. Okay, so we have to get these out. Just push it up here. There's a little slot right there. Maybe a little bit hard to get through it. Push that barrel right through there. And then it'll come right out. Do the same thing. This will be easier to see. Get some better light for you. So turn it like that. Push it through. See, I pushed that in and went through this little hole right here. And now it can come all the way out. Ta-da! Okay, now we take our new one. These right here will go right through here. Okay guys, getting this in here is an absolute chore. It is absolutely freaking hard. It's supposed to just snap right in, but right there where those fins are, take a flat blade and keep it pressed all the way up to this. Because if this scoots back, it will not give it enough room to go up in there. So this has to be up here at the front of this lobe at all times, and when you push it in, it's going to want to scoot back. And if it does, you'll never get it in there and you'll be chasing your tail. Trust me, I just went through it. It was awful. But once you get that in there, we're almost done with this down here. So here's this. It's going to be like this when we're done. So we want to you're going to do this just like you did before, taking it out. So you're going to put it in here, and make the wire go through here and back down, and do it on the other side as well. To give yourself more slack down there, you want to adjust this nut back here, back. That way you got a lot more slack. Okay, so now we'll just take this back in, pull up your e-brake so you can clear it. It should just sit right back in there. This has got to go under right here. So we'll just readjust it, just like that. Now we'll grab our bucket of bolts, get our 7 mils started right here. Go ahead and get our other one started. When you put this in, just make sure this goes under that. Okay. Let's go ahead and put these back on. So just move your seat back. Okay, so we'll just line this back up. It'll just snap right back into place just like that. We're going to do the other side. Just goes right back in too. There you go. Remember to plug this back up right here. So we'll put these 10 millimeters back in. Just go ahead and start them by hand. Once you get them started by hand, go ahead and run them down. So remember to have your e-brake up, and we're just going to stick it through. Just line everything right back up. All should go right back into place. There we go. Don't forget to put these Phillips head back in. These are our last two that we have to do. Perfect. Okay, all we got left is put this shifter boot back on. Snap it back into place. There you go, you can hear it snap in real well. Okay, so we'll just tighten this thing back up. Yours will probably just be the knob, so just tighten the knob down. Okay, just raise your boot back over it. There we go. And then we'll take our knob and spin it back down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There we go, we're good to go. Okay, so the last thing you want to do is just pop this cover off and go in there to that adjustment that we talked about at the beginning, that little nut right there. Pull it up 4 clicks and you'll be able to see it. 10mm deep well socket. So with that, you just want to set your adjustment and then you'll be done. Okay, so just safely drive it off the ramps. And that's all there is to it in replacing your emergency brake in a 2005 to 2009 Ford Mustang. If you enjoyed the video, please give me a like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thank you.